Hey there, lovely people, and welcome to Messages from the Heart, where we can take some time out from the constant external noise and just take a moment to focus inward and listen to the quiet and ever-present voice of our heart. So I'd like to start off today by just saying that I hope that wherever you are in the world, that you are doing okay and that you can find something in your day to feel happy about, to feel grateful for, to feel peaceful about. Okay, so the message for today is alignment. Now, as with many things, this can be seen in many different ways. There are many different perspectives about alignment and many different ways that people use this word. But I've noticed of late that it seems to be a very common phrase, or I am in alignment with this, I'm not in alignment, that's not in alignment with me, that person doesn't align with what my beliefs are, that kind of thing. And I think there's a danger where something like a phrase is used over and over again and very quickly and easily it's a go-to phrase, that some of the meaning can be lost and we can just say it automatically without really understanding what it is that we are saying. But even though that would be true for us, that it doesn't align for some reason, but I think it's always really good to know what we're saying, what we're doing, and to understand the reasons behind that. And that way we understand ourselves more, and then whatever we say and do has much more impact. So one of the ways that alignment can be used, being in alignment can be used with situations and events that perhaps we don't like, or people that we don't get a good vibe from, that don't have the same vibe as us, that we feel energetically unmatched. And we can say that we are not in alignment with those people, with that situation, or with that event. And what we're really saying, though, is that there's something about the person, the people, the situation, the event that doesn't feel good for us. So it's about how we feel about what's happening. And because it doesn't feel good for us, it feels like we're going against our truth, our true nature, and what feels good for us, we're going against that. So it's like an alert, if you wish. Our feelings, as I've always said, are our GPS, and we can apply this alignment business to what's happening globally in all different sorts of ways, with going from the fear that a lot of us are feeling about making the right decisions for what we put into our body, making the right decisions for how we live our life. Are we doing the right thing by our families? And it can apply in relationships, in work situations. And all of this fear that is out there does not make us feel good. So it's contrary to our true nature. I understand that fear, we need fear sometimes because that helps us to work out what we need to do. But it's just an example of feeling in or out of alignment with that. And what is it that is telling us that we don't feel good about this? What is it? What is it that's making us feel out of alignment? So I believe it's our inner intuition. It's the invisible part of us that guides us, the invisible part of us that always knows, the invisible part of us that tells us. We can call it our gut feeling, we can call it a heart push, whatever. But it's that invisible part of us that is always saying, this is okay for you, this is not okay for you. Go here, don't go there. That sort of thing. So it's our internal truth as such. And often we can find ourselves ignoring our feelings of being misaligned or unaligned with people, persons, events, situations. And when we understand what it is that's causing us to feel this way, then it might allow us to think twice about why are we ignoring this? And is that a good idea to ignore this? And so on another level, so just leave, I'll come back to that in a minute, but on another level, being in alignment is often used in relation to if you want to manifest something in your life. And so all the entrepreneurs that talk about this, the law of attraction, all of that kind of stuff, it's always about being in alignment with that you seek, that which you seek, being in alignment with that. Now, I know that many of us have been, perhaps for many, many years, doing all the right things, doing all the courses, doing all the inner work, you know, doing the meditation, the spiritual growth, all of that kind of stuff. And if it's in relation to something that we want to change in our life, that we want to manifest in our life, it can be anything that we want to do in our life. It can be a big thing or a small thing. And it could be that we really want to change our life in a really meaningful way. And we've been trying to get this to happen. And it just seems that no matter what we do, even though we do all this inner work, this outer work, we listen to all the right podcasts, you know, we do all the right meditations, all of that kind of stuff, that it's still, perhaps that happens a bit, but it doesn't really happen the way we want. And what we hear constantly is that things won't happen for us the way we want unless we are in alignment with that which we desire. And I get that, I understand that, but what this can cause us to feel is that for some reason we're doing something wrong, we're missing something. It also could be that we could feel that we have some kind of subconscious block, and we've tried and tried to find this, and we're still not getting anywhere with that, and it can make us feel not okay about ourselves. And I say this because I've been there, you know, I've been there, and it's like you're constantly trying to fix something about yourself, but it's like elusive. You don't know what that is, you know. And I would just like to say that perhaps we can shift our perception on that. And because I have found a change within me, and perhaps if this resonates for you, it could be something that you might lean towards as well. So I've recently understood that this feeling that we have about whether something's okay for us or not okay for us, or whether we feel good being in a situation or not being in a situation, is actually the truth of our heart. And I believe that our soul works through our heart. So the soul truth works through our heart, because this is where we feel a lot, and it's our feelings that tell us what's going on. It's our feelings that are our GPS, our emotions, all of that kind of stuff. So I believe that it's the truth, this feeling that we get is the truth of our soul, the truth of our heart. And knowing that, again, and if we believe that, then we would really hesitate to ignore that feeling. And so lately I've had some experiences in meditation where actually was really a powerful one, where I was given a mantra. And the mantra was, I am aligned with the truth of my soul. I am aligned with the truth of my soul. Now, it was very powerful for me because I was in meditation, I was feeling that alignment, and it was a really powerful mystical experience where I felt the truth of that, really felt the truth of that within my body. And feeling the truth of that, anything else in my outer world didn't seem to be too much of a problem for me at all, if at all. It doesn't mean that I still don't want what I want, and it doesn't mean I'm still going to strive for the things, because there's a lot that I want to do and I want to accomplish. It doesn't mean any of that, but it seemed to take the problematic feelings away from that. And there was a very deep sense of peace where I truly felt in alignment with the truth of my soul, even if what was happening on the outside wasn't exactly what I wanted or what I would like. But the feeling was, it's okay. You're aligned with the truth of your soul, and that's really it's really all you need really for your life, you know. And I would like to say to you that if any of this resonates with any of you, and to offer this for your consideration, if it is something that you would like to feel and experience, this alignment, this feeling alignment with the truth of your soul, that really you need to just have the intention, and then work with that, because it's not like I just woke up one day and I did this great meditation. Oh, wow, now I've got it. Now I've got this. I'm not saying I've got the answers to everything. I'm just saying this was a powerful shifting moment for me. But it was, and it still is a work in progress. Everything is still a work in progress. But it was a degree of maturation, like an evolution, because I've been doing this work, from this inner work and outer work and all sorts of work for many years, and it's always been joyful, enjoyable work, and so it's but it's a way that if you would like to be on this road to feeling and knowing that you are in alignment with the truth of your soul, it doesn't have to be like a very difficult process. I still believe it's a process, because it begins in the mind, but then we need to allow it to seep into our body, seep into our heart, and then from our heart it goes out to the rest of our body. So it begins with that, with the thought and the intention. Just set the intention that this is what you wish, and that you might find that then opportunities and situations come up for you that can lead you to that, or aspects of that, whatever it is that works for you in from an aspect of that. So so the mantra was, I am in alignment with the truth of my soul. And I find myself repeating that many times during the day, and I find that having had that experience in my physical body as such, during that meditation, that I don't actually have to make myself remember it. It actually comes to me. But it might be a good idea for, because I know that not everybody has had this experience, and it to just put little notes somewhere where you can write it on your mirror or something, somewhere where you see it several times a day. I am in alignment with the truth of my soul, and and it can make that your affirmation, and the more you say that, the more you feel it. But as I say, it was a process for me to understand and to do a lot of clearing of stuff that was blocking me from, you know, from feeling that I can have the life that I want. You know, obviously, I absolutely I can, and I am living the life that I want right now. But there are a lot more things that I would like, and that those things I can definitely achieve those things. Being in alignment with the truth of my soul, and whatever happens for that, it may not be exactly what I have in mind, but I trust and allow and receive that whatever comes my way is in alignment with the truth of my soul. And to me, that can never be a bad thing. And it is clearly what I'm ready for, and my path as such. All right, so I don't want to ramble on too much about this. I don't want the message to be lost. And I hope it has been helpful and that it has made sense for you. And if you have enjoyed this video and you feel that you know someone that might benefit from this, please feel free to share and like. And I guess the more that we can get this kind of message out there, that we are all the truth of our soul, whether we realize it or not, we are. the thing is the realization, and the realization is most important. And so often we don't know how to get to that realization. So I guess I'm just offering you a way. There are many ways, and I'm just offering you a way where we can all realize. I think this is what we need in the world at the moment, is to understand and to come from a more feeling, and to value our feelings more, to understand what they are, to understand that they are the truth of our soul, the truth of our soul and our heart, and to see how they work in other situations where they steer us in the right direction, and apply it to what's happening in the world right now. We need more of that. We need more people to be validating their feelings, the truth of their soul, the truth of their heart, and so that we can have a more empathetic, empathic, compassionate, loving, and forward-moving world in the healthiest, happiest, best way, without the fear, as much as possible. All right, so I leave this with you for your consideration. As always, let's love ourselves enough to do this. Much love, and ciao for now.